Here we go. I got my new headphones. I'm excited. Let's see. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. I can finally. What is up, guys? Oh, God, didn't mean to do that. Well, I've been waiting for this day for a long time. My headphones finally arrived. I don't know how they sound currently. But, yeah. I think they sound good. Give me a sec, stream.
Generally speaking, you have a immunity related to the speech and debate clause that protects what you do in your legislative duties. Now, that should be limited to what you're doing in your legislative duties, not a broad scale right to say whatever you want. I saw people talking about people they thought should be sued that are members of Congress related to comments concerning Rittenhouse. Well, that's why I took the case against Elizabeth Warren and Congresswoman Allen. Right now,
Okay. This is just like me testing how my headphones work. Sorry it's taking so long.
Changed if otherwise. That's why we're pursuing those cases. So there are limits to it, but generally speaking, they should be protected because that's the greater risk is that.
Okay. We are golden. These headphones work so much better than my other ones. They only cost $40. It's pretty cheap for a pair of gaming headphones. The other ones cost like $100. Cool. Well, how are we doing, fellas? Let me just put this on loop. Repeat on. 1. Okay. So, let's freaking do this. Currently waiting for Techie to get on. Might as well see if there's any games I want to play while I wait. I guess I'll play some Tower Heroes. Why not? Dreambots on. That's cool. Well. I'm lagging. Didn't mean to hit my mic. Ooh, I got the glitch. I don't know if you can hear the music. This way. I just gotta check these things. I just got these headphones. So. Okay, I just checked it. You can hear it. Not very well, so. Whee! This is fun. I like just spinning. Got a lot of skins for my guys. Might as well try to do one solo. I'm only going to do easy because I'm not used to doing this solo. Comes the drop. I know you don't know what I'm talking about. You can't hear the song. Took your respawn. Oh god, pay attention. Hot Dog Frank. Play some Tower Heroes. Why not? I like this game a lot. It's fun. It's too easy. I'm usually going hard mode, but I'm playing by myself. So I only have music playing in the background because I kind of like the arcade feeling of this song. So wave 1. Please not fracture right there. Wave 2 clear. There's one of these bad boys down. I love those. Santis. A new enemy. Oh yeah, this guy. Get 2 of these down. 1 of these down. 2 of these actually. Pretty simple so far. By the way, I got my little hot chocolate stands. I haven't used them yet. I got them recently. It's like my mic's a good distance away from my face. I just got these headphones today. They're amazing. The quality of the sound coming in my ears. My other set was a $15 set. This one's a lot better than that one. It's not even a comparison. Selling hot chocolate. Anyone want some? I know you want hot chocolate. Come on, come on, come on. You want hot chocolate, right? No? Listen, if you don't buy hot chocolate, Mr. Cat is going out of business, so you better buy some. Hey, you. Never mind. Okay. Well, how are they making money? You haven't been selling anything. How? Oh no! Oh no, you don't. Hit. Come on! Come on! Come on! Yes! Yes! Huh? I need to start putting wizards at the end here. Choom. This place needs to be guarded by wizards. That's my strat. So that fracture. No one's making. No. They have the ability on. No. Shoot. Start upgrading these guys. Fractures are fine, cause like they have the ability where they can see through people's disguises. And it's one of my favorite songs. I like the whole 8-bit feel of it. 6. Oh, buddy, 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 oh pal. I know your friend got through. That doesn't mean you will. Okay. Something really big. I got something bigger. This big boy. Look at him in his eyes. I just realized that for some reason my Roblox character looks really thick whenever it's in that camera angle. Come on. Yes, zap him. I won't make it through the end. That fraction needs to be moved up here, so I'm gonna sell you after. Oh no, he's not walking that way. Okay, well, fracture, fracture. Yeah, I like the fractures a lot. We got all these Harry Potters here. He ain't getting through. Harry Potter, use special attack. Use zip zap. Yeah. Let's upgrade these bad boys. Now they big boys now. They no more tiny boy. They big boy now. Look at the big boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more! Okay, that's maximum, right? Yeah. Let's upgrade my last 2 fractures. My my scientists. That one. Okay, so they're all level 2 now. Whenever I get enough, I'm going to sell the wizard. Actually, I have enough. Boom. Let's go put this wizard at the end. Oh no. Looks like I can't. Let's put this one up. Nice little cabin you got there. A new type of slime. I'm not worried about the slime. I like slime. It's fun. Squish it around, you know. You know that type of fun slime that you use when you're in like grade 3 and you think it's like the best thing ever invented. Later you realize that you were just being idiots. Yeah. Comment check. Okay. No comments so far. Ooh, look at that crystal. Yeah. What is that? I don't know. You haven't showed me. Is it just me, or am I hearing a yeah sound effect out of the Lemonade Cats? Oh god. So I got 2 crystal boys. I got zappy zaps. I got crystal boys. I need more crystal boys, so level up. Okay, I got 2 more crystal boys. Give me money. How are you making so much money? I thought your place was non-profit. That hot cocoa joke actually looks kind of good. Oh god, no. It's a golem. My crystal boys will take care of the golem, along with Mr. Zappy Zap. The one thing about this song is I don't get burned out on it. It's good. You can't make the janitor from the White House go out and say go Trump, right? That would be I can hear. Y'all are getting sound, and I can hear. You can't have the Secret Service go out and organize the vote, right? They'll show up in their SUV. Plus, it's comfortable for me to wear. That's what they're aiming at. They're not aiming at the political appointees getting together and talking about why they were appointed in the first place and asking for re-election. There's also an issue that let's upgrade this boy. Ooh, I want some of that. Give me some of that snow. I'll throw it at them, make them all cold, and then they'll have to come get hot cocoa, and I'll be rich. That's how my mind works. Don't know about y'all, but I'm big brains, so if I get snow, throw it on this guy that's not going to be able to come out the forest. Don't want to buy hot cocoa, and I'll make money. I mean, you still pay me a lot of money somehow. I thought, like, you legit haven't sold to anyone, yet you're managing to pay me, like, hundreds right now. These guys are paying me thousands. They're the big boys. There's still one that hasn't had a lot of okay, boom, put some investment in it. I just want to see this. That's creative. I like it. It's Mr. Zappy Zap. What the hell? This game makes no sense sometimes. I haven't even placed the Slime King. What do you mean? What do you? I'm glitched. Looks like no slimes are open. Kinda sucks because I liked the slimes. Another comment check, just because I like comment checks. Let's go to Roblox Home. Find in VR. I heard that, yeah. That's clever. GG's game. Good job. 2 claps. Okay. 2 boys left, then I gotta upgrade these. Then I gotta upgrade everything again. Wonder when this game will actually let me place down My guy. Be really handy if it would let me place down my guy. Big game. Zap, zap, zap. Upgrade. Yeah, I'm gonna get so much money, and then I can upgrade my other. These aren't. I don't know if you can see game or if you're colorblind, but this is hot cocoa, not lemonade. Why do you think these are lemonade cats? They're obviously made of flesh. Durr. I hope you like your music playing in background. I do. I don't know about you. Don't know if you'll have like bad taste or something. Build a wall. Build a wall. Should be great if I could place down a Slime King. Sure would be helpful. No joke, I might lose this because I might not have enough time. Time to sell these.
To basically hire people to advance their political cause using federal employment power to do so. They wanted to make sure the spoil system did not no longer exist.
I don't necessarily think I'm going to lose. I just think that it's going to take too long. It's going to be like, because like usually he would be dead by now. But first of all, I can't place down my slimes, and I could only place down two of those guys. Wow. So hard. It's like, I'm ready, I'm ready. 11-minute game.
But even allowing some degree of, I understand not allowing your political opponent to have the access to the federal treasury as a campaign donation. That's the goal. Not everything you ever do inside the federal, as part of your job or using federal resources at any level.
I want Cart Kid, but I want Spectre.
That's not realistic in the first place anyway. So make sure you're opposed to the not
what now?
And people have been prosecuted under the Hatch Act?
No, what happens is
I'm gonna go say hi to Big Boyfriend.
real aggressive letters. Say bad, 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 bad. That's about all. It's kind of a joke with the law. It's mostly meant there if somebody's lower. If it was a true abuse. If a letter...
Oh god, no.
Say, for example, decided, I'm not going to deliver absence.
Oh god, no.
Democrats this year. Right? That would get a case prosecuted. But these kind of things, it's just the remedies are limited for good cause because they don't want this to get excessive. They just don't. They want to preclude leveraging federal machinery for politicized purposes without infringing on First Amendment expectations for protection.
Okay, amazing. Actually sounds somewhat like our Conflict of Interest Act, which has very, it has provisions that have no sanctions.
No.
And so, when the Prime Minister is in his third violation of ethics, there's not even a slap on the wrist. I think people are just fatigued of the inquiries at this point.
Bruh. Bruh. Haha. Didn't get to throw me in the vacuum cleaner, did you? Did you? Psst, wrong one. I know he stays up to like 8.
Daniel says if the police are commanded to stand down to rioters, if citizens are not allowed to defend private property from destruction, how can civilization stand up to the barbarity which seeks to destroy it? We need more Kyle Thompson.
Now.
So we're bringing it in now. This is the big topic. Kyle Rittenhouse.
You'll never know.
2 people injured another one.
There we go. It's like I have the force or something. It's like I pushed him. Alright, need to go. Ah! Fire! Ow, 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 no. It wasn't so bad. I've been through worse. It's like F, right? Yeah, what's F? I just, get pushed! Got him. Whoa, I don't know where that went. I'm going up here. Hey. The thing is, now that I have my headset, you have to listen to my annoying voice, which is an up or down.
Shoots 2 people after getting shot. The one people he shot in the arm had him hold him up
Just ignore the chat.
and was going to kill him by his Facebook post. So, and now it basically turns out that he gets prosecuted for first-degree murder, 2 counts of first-degree murder, among other things, and the world is up in arms. I mean, the United States are up in arms now. I didn't mean that with the double entendre, but I don't think I missed out any material facts, but that's where it's at. And the question, and this is the question, like whether or not
Skipped her. If you're wondering, stream, Techie and I aren't mad at each other. We're just doing this as a meme that we created. It's fun.
When civilians start patrolling the streets, this type of stuff happens. The question is, why are they out patrolling the streets in the first place?
This. Ow. No, stop. I'm gonna break all my bones. Wait. Yep, I think my bones are broken. Not sure though. I'm like 10%. No.
Okay, if I missed any facts, someone correct me, but first question is,
Just gotta walk up that staircase. I will take this route.
okay.
I don't like stairs. As you can see, they are very badly hurting my yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Hi. No. Get away. That's awkward. Get away. Yeah.
So much prohibit ownership. The Wisconsin law issued prohibits
I'm going to hear.
in public in a certain way. So it's having a dangerous weapon out in public sort of role that can be interpreted in multiple ways.
That was fast.
There are 2 exceptions.
Except I expected it to be longer.
So the exceptions are that if you're under the age of 18,
No.
That generally
No.
cannot have what the Wisconsin statutes.
Haha.
So, no,
I've defeated you, mines. No.
I'm licensed
No. No. Let me out.
I still have
Ow.
practice active there now.
Haha. Can't touch me.
And so the
No.
law is
No. I didn't mean it. Yeah. Yeah. Fire the cannons. Ah. No, he beat me. I'm so mad that I'm gonna go around and push someone.
One of those is if it's under certain supervision of target practice, under supervision when you're hunting. But if it's a rifle, then if you're 16 or 17,
Got him.
you are allowed to have it in certain
Sight.
and effectively it's whether it's federally lawful
Get
to have it.
itches later.
The information is available for currently the weapon of somebody else if it wasn't in it.
You have no idea.
Possessed it
Frick.
that night. And
Oh, never mind. I have the force for some reason. No, I'm tired.
He believes based on the Wisconsin law, the same as Mike,
Let me up.
that it was legal for
I'm gonna go push first horses.
unless there's
Oh.
something, so and also remind you to the extent that the law could be interpreted in such a way as to preclude him from having it, then I believe that the law would violate the
My head is shaky.
Constitution.
Spawn me up there.
Because for all the criticism
Where I'm looking at.
of being young and being out on the streets,
Oh God, my yes.
our Constitution was written for kids like
So anyone want to be a volunteer?
that. That's what the militia is all about.
No.
Then it was for
You mother.
12, 13, 14 very young people fought the
Yeah, take that. Take that.
Play my theories of political and legal strategies. It always goes back to my great granddaddy, Colonel Prescott, who said, "Don't see the white
Keeping an eye on you. Hey, I'm trying to help you.
And so in the context in which he's acting, and I personally, like my son, other people that are involved in political activities connected to this,
You should hate life. I'm pushing you.
that there's too much risk. So that's the.
Oh God, no.
But I can't be perfect.
Ah.
Is when that, in fact, historically by our Constitution, they were anticipating kids like him
You-
to defend the community from rioters or looters or anything. And so,
Yeah.
in that context, that's a historical context of the second. It was
Woo!
combination of a militia cause.
No. Ow!
As the Supreme Court interpreted. And so,
Ouch.
you're 17 years old. You can be given a gun and and go out
Hat.
and kill people overseas in the U.S. Army. But you can't defend your own neighborhood or community or your friends or
Please.
family in that community. I don't think so. So to me, if the Wisconsin law was written the way some of the critics believed it was, then I believe it would be a violation of the Second Amendment. So he does face a misdemeanor charge for illegally brandishing, if you will, a dangerous weapon that evening.
Don't even think about it. Don't even think. Haha. Ah! Oh! 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 He's going! He's going! 50 yards! Yeah!
Who, if you know, you couldn't find somebody dimmer if you had an
In hell.
So, I mean,
I'm sorry. I had to say it. It's like, just, it's not wrong. The person's just so tough. Because they're big.
So, he brings a lot of cases that don't make a lot of sense. And this
Hey, why'd you ragdoll? No, 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 don't put, hey, get away, get away. My swimming pool. Mine, mine, mine.
Okay, Ashton had asked if there was an indictment or just a criminal complaint, but I can't find it anymore. Sorry.
Criminal complaint. It did not go through the grand jury process.
Okay. Okay, so I'll bring this super chat up right in front of my face. Whether guilty of having a weapon, he can still use self-defense. This is the question I was about to ask. A felon with a gun at home who uses that gun in self-defense can be guilty of possession of a weapon by certain persons, but innocent by self-defense. Had that case and
Oh!
So, okay, that's a very interesting point. So it could be unlawful.
Yeah.
Firearm,
Ragdoll.
if he uses it in self-defense, then it would still nonetheless be.
It has zero bearing.
I'm gonna go push someone just because I'm mad.
Felony murder charge. So that wouldn't apply. First of all, that crime, even if he was mistaken about his ability to have that gun, it was the intention still present.
It needs to be. Oh, I can get a whole group.
It's a misdemeanor.
Huh?
So the
Oh, no, it's chance. That's just chance.
so they are stuck with the intentional homicide.
Oh, I got something whipped up for you, buddy, pal.
Intentional homicide, and then he's wanted. The other two are either one reckless endangerment, one attempt, or two reckless endangerment charges. All of those, Wisconsin has a very, very, very robust self-defense law that only got broader after the Zimmerman case and legislative changes that happened in Wisconsin in 2014. So not only does the Castle Doctrine apply, it is broader than that. Now, of course, for people, the Castle Doctrine stems from our Revolutionary era, where a man who the British would come and go into a guy's house. He said, "This is my house. This is my castle. This is my dead body." I think they ended up killing the guy, but that's where thank God the Brits. But that's what led in part to the idea of the Castle Doctrine built into American legal arcana, if you will. But it only applies to you in front of your own home or things of this nature. The Castle Doctrine wouldn't be particularly applicable here. Just
Okay, because that was people were saying Castle Doctrine is defending your home and property. The question then is, could you be argued to be defending your property in this context? So, Castle Doctrine
He doesn't need it because Wisconsin has the same self-defense law, whether it's at your house or someone else. The Castle Doctrine, the things that benefit you in the Castle Doctrine, which is the right that you don't have to retreat, you don't have to use the least possible force, just reasonable force, so on and so forth. That applies to self-defense across the board. Wisconsin has one of the broadest,
Oh no, it's big boy.
Immediate commentary about whether or not the sort of a provocation or whether this was like, oh my God,
He's so confused.
They don't understand how broad self-defense law is in Wisconsin.
Well, okay, so that was the question where I was going with, assuming he did not have the right to own or possess the firearm, so it's a felony or misdemeanor firearm charge, whatever. If you're in unlawful possession of a firearm, and somebody else now, you get to the chicken and the egg sort of thing, somebody else says, that guy's got a gun and it's illegal, I feel threatened and therefore I'm acting in self-defense. He's acting in self-defense, where did that chicken and the egg sort of stop?
Oh, that's probably annoying. Any comments?
So in Wisconsin, you can even provoke the entire incident.
I'm only going to do it one more time.
In most contexts. So self-defense is if they prove. And here's the first part. There was a misunderstanding out there. Some people thought self-defense was affirmative defense, so that meant he had to prove it. That's not true. In Wisconsin, they have to prove the lack of self-defense by beyond a reasonable doubt or be lost. So they have to prove that, first of all, and not only that, the standard is a hybrid of subjective and objective. So it's whether or not a reasonable person, as judged by his life experience and someone in his shoes. So not whether you or I would ever be there, not whether you or I would try to take these actions. It's whether
Thing I missed.
if we were him, would we have seen one, a real risk of serious bodily harm, and number two, would the amount of force we use be reasonable in light of the risk we perceive it? So it's a reasonable person standard, that's the objective part, but as seen through the eyes of Rittenhouse, and that's the subjective part. So the government has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that every time he fired his weapon, he did not have a reasonable belief either that use of force was a reasonable use of force given what he faced, or that he did not face great bodily harm. If you face great bodily harm, you can use anything in your self-defense as long as it's reasonable. And there's no duty to retreat. There's no duty to use the least possible force. None of that. And not in Wisconsin. And so now there is a provocation
Dang it,
exception,
miss.
but that provocation exception is also even limited to Wisconsin. So to give you a contrast, in the Ahmaud Arbery case in Georgia has a broader provocation exception. So years ago, in the 1920s, people were out on a posse searching for somebody. The posse broke up. They later saw the person they thought was the target of the posse, and before they could even pull their gun, that person shot them. They said that because they created the whole circumstance,
Well,
that person felt threatened.
at least I have an explanation.
Turned out that they should know it was an illegal arrest, that he had self-defense and they did not for shooting back. They had a gun. And
Okay, fine, I'll turn it off. I know you're probably sick and tired of it.
create the whole list. What has to happen is provocation is only an exception to self-defense.
Okay.
If Rittenhouse went up there with
My dad, why am I whispering? He has his headphones in so he can't hear me. Should I do buddy? Boop beep boop. I'm going to play with him.
So unless you're going up there to kill people, then basically it doesn't matter what happened in that whole thing. Like, let's say you got into the fight and you started it. Let's say you instigated it here. You said something to somebody there.
It's not like I've seen this lobby 100 million times before.
In Wisconsin,
Why are you standing on my side? Hey, get off him!
great bodily
Yeah,
harm,
take that.
you have the right to use great bodily harm to prevent or terminate that threat, unless it would be equivalent of criminal entrapment. So, like, okay, I'm going to go in here with some movie, whatnot, like Patton's kind of thing. I'm going to create a situation where I'm going to get him to pull a gun on me so that I can shoot him. Outside of that particular circumstance, provocation is not an exception to self-defense in Wisconsin. This is why the charges against him, we'll get into facts next. But that's the legal scope. Very broad self-defense. Doesn't matter if you provoked it unless you provoke that precise kind of criminal violence, deep violence to occur.
Well, while my dad isn't that. No, not this. I want to get the garage one. Just because my dad. Something happened while my dad was doing it. I think it's freaking hilarious. I want to see it.
Great, violent, classic. Although I look at even the classic Hollywood movies now with a bit of a stink eye, just knowing what goes on in that place now. Okay, so that's a good overview of the law. It answers the state line crossing.
It is a raid map.
Whether or not he was in illegal possession of
And I was about to run into it until it switched up.
provocation, even assuming he provoked it, which by all accounts he didn't. Broad application of, or let's say there's.
And even if he knew they were trying to say execute a citizen's arrest, it doesn't matter.
I can technically do what I want, right?
Self-defense provisions only don't apply to a public law enforcement officer. So
It's my video.
law enforcement officer, you're not allowed to use self-defense against
And
by any circumstances. But,
I just called it
citizen's arrest, that is not
my
a-
new
does not
headphones.
remove your right to self-defense.
Okay, now, so I guess we get into someone had asked about extradition.
When is the map going to spawn?
Where did he get extradited to and from? I thought he was in Wisconsin.
No, so he lives in Illinois, and for people to know, by the way, there was this impression that this was some far-off Illinois place.
Come on, game.
He must, been making his own secret.
Give me the map. 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 Give me the map.
Milwaukee and Chicago. It's an old industrial city, very blue-collar city. A little bit down on its luck economically the last 20 years. The kind of place where key swing voters gave Trump the election in 2016.
Oh, he left us
There's a
here.
lot of people who work on that part of the Illinois border whose cultural.
There's.
So I grew up in Chattanooga.
Yes.
We were right on the border with Georgia, partially on the
Grand Garage.
and it was really all part of the same community for many people.
Gonna saving perspective.
So that part of northwestern Illinois,
Something
people go up and
a little funky that happens whenever
people are saying, oh, he wasn't defending
you choose hard mode in this. That my dad told me about. I said it already, but in case I didn't, I ain't spoiling nothing. I like doing comment checks. Grand Garage. After I see this, I'm gonna leave the server. I just want to see this in action.
And things like that. So it's the same sort of dynamic. Kansas City, for example, St. Louis, and you have cities.
We choose hard mode.
Little Rock, Arkansas. You have
Something happens when you choose hard mode, apparently.
I'm sorry, Memphis. West Memphis. Is in
Don't know.
Arkansas.
I actually do know what it is.
So you have communities that are overlapped culturally, and that I know that part of the country very well. That he was part of his
Very dark.
part of his community. Just because it happens that
Garage.
he lives in doesn't change the fact that for cultural, social, economic purposes.
I'm not playing this. I just wanted to see it.
And
I wanted to see if it was true.
so that would
Now I go to YouTube.
kind of the norm. A lot of the kids go up to Kenosha. Kenosha, I think, is actually one of the bigger metropolitan areas for someone who lives where he lived, within closer proximity to Chicago.
Oh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Go subscribe to my boys over here. Where is it? 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 Search my name. Search it on my Nintendo Switch to my subscribe count. Don't watch my own videos that often.
Post on social media. The issue about him wearing the rubber gloves, people were saying he deliberately did it to avoid fingerprinting the gun.
Wait, it's called grinding for that solo dub.
Read about coming out the last while.
Grinding.
Rubber gloves, if he was administering first aid,
That solo win.
people didn't want to touch them.
Sorry, it's in the.
Your understanding is all over?
Not gonna have any noise. Skip ahead.
Graffiti earlier in the day. People that there was a businessman who
Not gonna make you watch the whole thing.
were under attack, and so he asked
Okay, so basically, I co-joined. He wanted to kind of help me. I land
and so
Holly Hedges.
friends of his asked him. This wasn't him driving up from Illinois. It was him being asked.
Let's actually go full screen mode.
Or his friends were gave him the gun.
I know it's low quality. I'm sorry. I was very bad back then. I have gotten better. I figured out more tricks. Don't worry.
Was strapped up. Yeah. And that's what
So basically, Cohen joins. And then I'm like, I'm stuck in the air. I can't open Fort. And I go to the home screen. I can't open Fortnite again. And I'm like freaking out at this point because I wanted to try to get a solo one, and I got kicked out of Fortnite. But then I opened it again after so long. I could move. Don't know what happened, but yeah. So I'm currently skydiving. About to land Holly. Reason I'm going over this is because, well,
plastic bags don't go
it's kind of hard to tell.
something was in that plastic bag, like a brick or something heavy, and it could hurt him.
So now,
But that's just sort of
I'm glad I landed this house because, like, why wouldn't I?
nearby that
And in case you're like, okay, it's very low quality, but could it be someone else?
that's a very residential mixed area. So a lot of their commercial areas
I don't think so.
are residential mixed with commercial. So I mean, I was shocked.
By the way, if you see random videos that pop up on the side of the screen and it says that I've watched it, I watch memes, so chance that's true. I go down, grab a I'm sorry this is hurting my eyes. The 9 people that watched, you must have really been dedicated to watch that video. Okay.
damage done to your property, you're out every penny, nickel, dime, dollar. Good luck suing the people
Somehow, I
who
don't
you
know.
to know who they are, and if you could, they likely don't have a lot of resources.
Go support him. He is my boy.
And
We kind of have a thing going on where I agree
no, rural is the right word.
to shout him out. He agrees to shout me out. We get to the same amount of subs.
From the neighborhood.
Correct. Yeah, a lot of the
It's
unusual for that to occur. Like I said, Kenosha
I want to be bullied.
is mostly a blue-collar town.
Yeah.
Old
Take that.
industrial town,
About to be
small size
bullied by these big head guys.
in between, it's not far from the scene.
Bot dream! Bot dream!
And so it's sort of an extended community. Paul Ryan represented part of that district congressionally for a long time. So that gives you some sense of it, though that part's a little more democratic than where Kenosha is.
I can't play this.
Ethnic back in the day, some African American population, but not very. It is not like North Milwaukee.
Why does it lag my game so badly whenever I try joining that server?
And it doesn't have an internet or this kind of dispute.
I can't wait to get VR.
People, in Kenosha, what happened now that the Casey sheriff there has gotten in trouble for using some Wisconsin.
I'm about to play some of this.
So that's part of the backdrop of him likely trying to be careful of how he handles things.
The actual song he doesn't shoot, he takes the mag out and puts it down. So this American Cup song,
BLM loves divisive narratives, and so they like fake narratives. They like stories that are false.
I want paperwork there. Spaceship. Let's put soup there, cause why not? Distraction dance. Dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it. Why can't I move? None. Paperwork. Okay, slow and yikes. Revenge. Laser. Idiot sandwich. Voice choke. Haha, get shot. Where's the gun? Down, 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 head smash. Pop, pop, pop. Ouch, ouch. Wait, how are you doing that? Boom. Ow. What are you? Oh, there we go. Ow. Haha. Down, 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 God. Ow. I'm gonna get you this out. I wanna ban you. Alright, you're being banned. Ow, ow, ow. Ah! Q. Guy 09. Techie.
And three things combined to create the fake news.
Techie 20. No way I can do this. Ow, 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 ow. No, no, please no, please no, please no. Ow! Brush. Ow! 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 No. This is it. Ow! Ah! Holy. Ow! Yo. Holy.
Part two, you have a Democratic Party in the news media.
Yeah. How does this do anything?
So they help flag, put up the claims, or spread the claims. And then third,
how is this doing anything? Please no, please no. That's it.
It's not a pretty sight, frankly. But what happens is, if you, let's say you're a family,
he's shooting himself.
Something happens and if the people know the true story, you're not going to be able to raise much money. You promote the BLM narrative, so you set up a GoFundMe account for you to get a bunch of cash. You don't need to win a civil suit anymore. You can get millions of dollars.
Ooh. Get out of here.
Now, who's that going to go?
Why am I just kicking him?
Kids that he wasn't really
Haha, you're being banned.
Is it going to go to
I feel like it's more fitting for Techie to be getting me.
I can guarantee you this.
I don't know why, it just feels more fitting for Techie to be hitting me. So, Control C, delete.
Motivation by the discrepancy of treatment of comparable institutions or events. So when you
Wait, I have an idea.
it leads to a false narrative.
S
You look at the whole
K
story of
3 T C H
Blake had an outstanding
YT
criminal warrant, for issues
Q.
related to domestic violence. He returned to that. Well,
Oh god. Ow, ow, ow. Take that. Ow, 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 ow. Slice. We all know he's the Mad City Master, so that actually kind of makes sense.
But your BLM narrative was Jacob Blake was just driving down the street with his family.
Ow, 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 ow.
And he sees a couple of people are arguing in the front lawn.
Yikes.
He out to try to bring peace to the people in the front lawn, and all of a sudden the police show up.
Wait, I have an idea.
Shoot him 7 times in the back of his own car. That's almost all fake.
Not think
Highly unlikely in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
noodles.
And so instead, the actual story is
Oh, why are you tackling Think Noodles? What? Why? Ow, 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 ow. Sketch versus Think Noodles. Who will win?
assaulted her right in presence of his son, Joe's son, and sexually assaulted her. Then took her keys and went off. And that wasn't his vehicle. He had a restraining order placed on him, as is typical of those criminal cases. Usually,
But then Think Noodles fights back.
In some cases, they're restraining orders or witness orders. He came back to that very house, even though he knew he had a restraining order related to Higgy not being there because of the past crimes he had committed against her. She panicked. She immediately called the police. That's when they show up. That isn't his vehicle. They attempt to.
I can just do this.
And comply. Instead, he puts one of the
It allows me to do this. Wait. Dr. Dre.
And here's good contact, and he has a knife in him, the kind of knife in his hand.
The ultimate battle to the death.
Yeah, before, where you put it around your fingers. So it's like, what do you call those things when you use them as a punch? Brass knuckles. That's it. So it's got those brass knuckle kind of things.
SC3TCHYT. No, not him, not him.
Grabbing and trying to hold it down. They also see they're being filmed in a post-George Floyd era. You're going to have a lot.
Wait, it's not SC, it's SK.
When they're being filmed with people screaming at
Huge
them.
difference.
So between the two, they pull their guns to both officers
Let's try.
right at him, asking him to stop it, to drop the knife. He walks up like he doesn't care, walks right around the car, and starts to get into the car, where apparently the three
Dad, why are you shooting him?
not his car.
Dad, what are you doing?
And here for a police officer,
Pop, 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 pop. I thought you liked Sketch's videos.
police officer, 1/4 of them are shot or killed on a domestic abuse call. Another 1/4 of them are shot or killed dealing with a car stop of some kind. So,
I swear I'm going to do just a stream of me and Sketch's character, just doing the distraction dance. If you're wondering why I'm choosing Sketch,
with that knife, and those kids sitting in the back, and you got history of domestic abuse, and you got a guy acting irrational. See, that's the combination
YouTube.
that leads to somebody trying to kill kids, somebody trying to drive off. And
Yeah.
some sort of murder,
I'm subscribed.
suicide. If you're a cop, you can't pull that out of that junction. And
I like his
that's why the
vids.
police officer who didn't shoot that whole time, when he's in the car, can't get him out of the car.
Do do
can't
do
get
do
him
do
out
do
of
do.
the car, because then he could even take off with the car and you've got no
Why are
gun.
you waiting
So
on?
he could turn around and harm those kids.
Oh.
It was at that point that he realized, in his view, the only way to end this from getting any worse for either the police officers, the girlfriend that's there, or for the kids in the back seat is to use force, deadly force.
Wait, what was happening?
It is highly likely, this is why he had to arrest him.
SK3TCH YT.
Oh,
Oh, oh, oh.
I mean, I know from experience in that community, there's pretty much no chance that cop gets convicted of a crime or a civil rights violation. I know Ben Crump is in town. He tends to show up at some of these things. I think undermine civil rights across the country. That's my
Oof.
opinion. I mean, I think he's trying to do what he was right, but I don't think it's helping.
I know, I'm gonna stop. Let's just do distraction dance.
That, the NBA propagates it, LeBron James propagates it.
I can't do it if it's my dad, but if it's Teki Tenji 20.
Can't reconcile the version you're telling me with the version that's being,
I didn't know we could do this.
I
Ugh.
have no vested interest. I have no bias.
Yeah, distraction is.
I cannot reconcile what facts are from one side versus the way it's being depicted by the other. It makes no sense.
Exactly. And it's just mine from the get-go. I was at the video early on, and I put it out on Twitter. It's like, this is going to blow up in the wrong direction again. Knowing that BLM is
Oh,
narratives.
oh no.
Perfect storm. Perfect timing. So you have a case that when you dig in doesn't support it, which means you'll have people opposed to your position. That creates a division. And it was a uniting case. It's a clean case. And I got cases where mothers 8.5-month-old pregnant were locked up in isolation in Milwaukee County, ignored overnight, woke up.
Ow! What the heck? Ow! 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 Okay, I'm done. This game.
State police, city police, county police, all of them. I've sued more cops in Wisconsin than any state in the country. So
Oh god, I'm watching it right now. It just shows me feeding up Skek.
Say so, do something about it.
Wondering how I know how to spell him. Following.
But I knew
I'm nothing news. Sketch.
I saw the video early on.
I used to watch a lot more guys than I currently do. Whoa, I have 30 followers. None of them are important though. Except for this guy, he's my friend.
So once I saw that, I was like, and then there's the GoFundMe with $2 million for no sue. Ben Crump shows up. That doesn't usually turn out to be a good sign for a case. And then the Democrats and media jumped on it very quickly. And if LeBron James is pushing it, it's probably a bad case. That wouldn't be exposing any of my issues.
Some of these guys I honestly do not know.
These people have hurting cases. It was a year ago in Wisconsin. I was about to lose.
That's my cousin.
That was an exceptional case. Just a year before, mock juries in Wisconsin all agreed, 90% of them agreed that my client should win, and a substantial verdict should be awarded.
Let's just remind him that I'm done with that game.
Luckily, I figured it out before the government did. They ended up writing a very, very big check in that case. And so you got a good settlement. And that was important because people are like, oh, you're a lawyer, you can make money, whatever. Why are you worrying about this? It's not about me.
I spelled it like that on purpose. I like spelling it wrong.
Have a future of life for the horrific thing that happened to their father, and the city had to write a big check.
Bees, 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 the magical bee.
Why? Because that's what they pay attention. Politicians start writing big checks, they start figuring out that what I and the lawyers that are on that case with me.
Hey boys, are you ready to be experimented on? Yeah, I'm gonna grow hands out of my arms, which is already happening. Send help. I'm serious. That's actually happening.
But no, this case is a bogus case meant to get. And this plays into
White trail.
Two things that are important about a lot of these riots and looting, aside from that backdrop of BLM.
You dare defy me?
Communists need fascists, and fascists need communists. This is what they learned from the 1920s.
Now the thing is, power-ups, are they permanent? Jump boost.
Which was able to rise because of the threat of communists.
Oh no, it costs research, of course.
So they need each other.
Ooh, open crates. I don't know why I have a crate. I didn't buy it.
They love the Proud Boys. They're one of the great conflicts of the Proud Boys. They like the Patriot
Open it.
folks that they shot and killed one just yesterday in Portland. Because they want confrontation. And this is always my counter, even in Kyle's case with other
Well,
people.
already is yellow.
Look, I understand why you want to defend yourself, and this actually fits very well within our constitutional American history for Kyle Rittenhouse to do what he did. He did what founders anticipated people like him would do. But the flip side is the left wants to provoke violence, and it's very hard to control that situation in setting when the National Guard's not present.
No, I like those more.
Job, and they're scared and terrified to do it, and you put yourself at great risk and exposure.
The Black Diamonds make sense. I'm part of the black game in this game. I think it looks cool.
But I'm not going to condemn a kid for doing something that our founders.
Ooh! Ow! Ow! Ow!
The way I put it is this: I myself wouldn't do it. But on the flip side, I think if my house and my business...
Boy, I know where you live. I don't really know where you live, but I know where your plate is.
Would I really tell them not to? I can't honestly say I would. So that's why I can't be critical of Kyle's decision. And like I said, from a constitutional perspective, he's fitting right within the constitutional perspective of how our government was intended this to happen. In terms of him protecting himself and protecting other people, even protecting his own community. It was the democratization of the use of force. what the militia's purpose was, is to not have a national army funds. But so given that backdrop, join Antifa. Antifa is called anti-fascist, based on
Oh, let me in.
In Germany. It
Dang.
restarted in West Germany.
Ready.
They called themselves. They created what they called
Techie, if you were watching the stream, you would know that I am ready and I'm not even playing that game anymore. I just wanted to beat up Skek.
They would usually get together on May Day.
'Cause I think that's cool.
Their communist orientation is why
Like, no joke, I really think that's cool.
violent confrontations with police.
Oh, by the way,
Spread to the United States.
I want to flex a little bit. You know how I was beating up Think Oodles? Well, I'm in one of his streams. No one noticed me though because he was trading a Sandman when I walked in. It was really just someone that wasn't fully loaded in.
I lost all the super chats and I was taking pictures of it.
If you wouldn't have been surprised by that.
People can put it in the comments and we can try to
Well, I got a bunch of pictures. I don't know why I interrupted you, but
Would've
I wanted
been
to bring
cool.
up, okay, I'm bringing this right up here. I want to bring up Nate Brody's.
I'm in Top Hat Clan.
Where is it?
We the black
I
gang.
want to bring up Nate Brody's face. Here we go.
But what?
This is Nate the lawyer, and it was on the subject you were talking about before, which was, you know, when a police officer is entitled to use lethal force. And Nate just did a great video on it. It's on the Blade case. And
Me. I want to be medical.
established by jurisprudence.
I've had zero experience with medical injuries.
And it's
Nope.
it's an eye-opening
Random gear.
not even knowing any of these additional facts, Robert, that you just elucidated.
Yeah, for those people that don't know, Nate
When do I get experimented on?
comes at a little different political perspective.
Make my
On high issues, but he has a
two plates will become. That's the last thing anyone needs.
And secondly, he comes from a police background and a lawyer background, so he can combine the two in ways that
Sucks to be you.
cases give you a very informed understanding of the situation.
If my plate becomes a spear, I'm just gonna be straight up mad.
It's always his opinion is always a well-educated, well-informed one.
That just like straight up
And if
sucks.
he's lucky, maybe he too was excited by the SDNY someday. So
Not me. That would be.
He's right there in New York.
He's in New York.
So
Should also mention uncivil law.
I do want to be experimented on though.
Perspective, if anybody, uncivil law is the moderator. I can see his, I'll bring his avatar up, but also covers the
Me.
a different perspective as well, equally as informative. Two things I want to forget. Okay, go ahead.
yeah. No, go ahead.
First of all, who is representing Kyle at this point in time? Do we know?
We do not know. So there was a public defender that appeared for him at the
If it's
extradition proceeding in Illinois.
Not mine.
Because
Yes.
he's in,
If my plate
Illinois.
added a lava
I don't
spinner,
understand why they went through the extradition process. Frankly, they could just ask him to appear at a future Wisconsin court proceeding, and that worked. I don't think they would have resisted that. But they just
no, they really resisted so.
shocking all of the extradition proceedings. But,
Me. I want a tree.
states or refusal to crime in another state, usually you just come back. They don't
Lucky. Now you ain't sliding around. You can just stand still.
to an extradition proceeding in Illinois at this juncture. He was representing
Close their borders. Me.
There are lawyers who have said they're representing him.
Okay.
Or plan on representing him.
That
There are
is.
people that ask me whether apparently some of those
One player will switch spots with another player.
I'm not part of the
If
team that
I get switched with someone, that's
so
good.
I do know of one LA lawyer.
Lucky.
Yes, I won't go into detail about that.
No,
So-
because I forget now where I read it. I read a statement. That
How you tiny boy.
had put out, or his attorney had put out, it was a 3-page statement.
Dude, but if it's mine, I'm gonna be outraged.
But I haven't heard that from him himself. Now, I'm not
Yes.
I'm saying that we don't have direct confirmation from Kyle. And so people have asked about fundraising related to Kyle's campaign.
Yeah.
That'd be doable, but annoying.
The best way to raise money for a case like this is for someone like Ezra to create a GoFundMe if the family doesn't want to create one for some reason. Ideally, the family creates one. But if someone like Ezra to do it, where the goal is to raise the money and it goes directly to the family. And it's clear up front that the purpose is legal defense fund, but any excess funds will go for the family's benefit, going through this difficult time, economic impact, etc. There are ethical issues, financial issues, legal issues, tax issues with trying to have a separate, like, 501c3 or 4 raise the funds. So I know there's a whole bunch of people talking about that in different contexts. I'm not commenting on anyone else that's doing that or maybe trying to do that. I'm just explaining why I do not recommend that strategy. One, you cannot get a 501c entity these days approved in less than a year by the IRS. So you have an entity that may never been approved. Secondly, people should, the reason why I've been on this pitch for years now, back to when Build the Wall people were active and other people, I said, look, this is high risk. So if you're going to be in the fundraising business for causes that people don't like, then every single statement you make can be subject to some scrutiny. Definitely in the IRS context, 501c3, 501c4, they require your donors be disclosed. The donors give that information. If people studied the Tea Party case, that was all about donor disclosure to 501c3s and 501c4s. So when the IRS was doing an illicit investigation of Tea Party targets, that's what that was all about. So I've been telling people for years now, and I do a lot of IRS work and a lot of tax work, civilly and criminally. And the IRS has been very bad about this for years now. And they're trying to misuse the authority to seize medical records under the Obamacare enforcement provisions to be able to spy on people's private medical information. I brought the biggest dividends in class action, civil rights action history to stop it. But so this is a problem that I would not trust IRS entities. The only reason to have a 501c3 or 4, the difference is, one can do politics, the other one can't. But if one does politics, then that's subject to taxation. It's not given the same treatment. There's a bunch of self-dealing provisions that can be a nightmare to deal with, given how they're interpreted and construed. You can see now from the Bannon indictment and the Build the Wall indictment that any statement you make, they decide to call false, even if your own donors don't complain. You might be facing 8 to 10 years in federal prison and a bankruptcy criminal case. So my advice is don't create a 501c3 or 4. It's tough to, if I'm a lawyer and I receive money from a third party, it can be an administrative quagmire for being able to handle the case.
Switching was the right choice.
That's why the best legal defense fund, just a GoFundMe account, controlled at some level by the family, directly or indirectly. All the proceeds go to the family. The family decides where they want to spend the money and the rest. And now I do support independent political organizations that are trying to be like ACLU, Southern Poverty Law Center, but for what those organizations were originally set up for, but they're no longer honored, which is civil liberties in America and against discrimination in America. I started Free America Law Center to help found it, help promote it, other people run it, in order to be able to create that. But I deliberately made it so that it's volunteer, member-driven, subscriber-driven, very small amounts, because the trap of these other entities is that you end up with some big donor and you're dependent on that one donor. And so the goal was to try to create something that was sustainable in the ACLU model without being dependent on a big donor, without getting into the problems of having a legal defense fund inside the fund. So that's my general view for people that have asked about that. I would wait till you get a signal from the family directly as to where that fund should go, or if it's someone that has a long track record of doing so honorably, someone like Ezra Levant.
So yeah, Elliot Moran asked why Ezra Levant does it for every, not for every, but for a lot of the cases that he covers. He just did it for Millie Weaver, and distinct fundraising or distinct accounts, distinct finances, no intermingling, and it goes straight, and they do whatever they want.
And there's no concerns, no complaints. I have people inquiring, being concerned because one of the lawyers out of LA being mentioned has a lot of lawsuits pending against them connected to the EMD, and I wouldn't recommend that. I think that's ill-advised. I would not be creating a 501c3 or 501c4 if I had a bunch of lawsuits against me for people saying I owed them money, allegations of misappropriation of funds, litigation funders suing. That's not a good idea. And even if they have the best intentions, even if every allegation against them is totally bogus, look at Build the Wall. You're opening up, Rittenhouse case is going to get massive scrutiny. Be careful with what you do if you go down that path. So but they'll have people listen to me sometimes. They don't. But I hope it goes a little bit different direction in that respect. I have zero doubt that the kid is innocent. I think he's a 17-year-old kid who tried to do the best he can and was actually acting in the most consistent manner with our constitutional traditions. Going back, that's right, and keep them. So to understand some of the context here, my view of a lot of criminal violence by rioters and other groups like that over time comes from my study of the Ku Klux Klan when I was a Southern history student in college. And when I studied the Klan, I was curious, was racism what led the people to being active in the Klan and committing violence, or something else? And what I found was fascinating is racism was the excuse, not the reason.
and you dig into their history, almost all the people that were violent on behalf of the Klan were sociopaths. And so then I became curious. I was like, well, sociopathology within the society stays pretty stable in terms of percentage of population. Why does Klan violence go up and go down, go up and go down over time between 1870 and 1960? And the, actually 1860, 1970 was the time period I was looking at. And what I found was that he was a political permission slip. And if you give a sociopath a political permission slip to act on their sociopathological fantasies and instincts, then that's when all of a sudden politicized violence rises. So I've used the same model to study the rise of ISIS, the rise of Islamic terrorism. We dig in, it's not only the Islamic text that's causing people to go out and commit these terroristic acts. It's people politicizing that Islamic text for radicalized purposes who are in positions of political prominence, such as imams and whatnot, giving a political permission slip for the sociopaths within their
I like the
community
trees.
to go out and act on it. And that's why it's like a lot of people that committed horrible terrorism acts in France, study their background, we find them men in jail. Not a coincidence, they were criminals long before they became terrorists. So the same is true of Antifa. So Antifa recruits.
I like being on my plate because then, like, if someone
That's
dies
why you find it striking.
on purpose, I die.
The Rittenhouse case happened. I was like, I bet the 3 people shot the 2 people that died. I bet they'll have a criminal track record for some, really creepy behavioral issue. Well, yep, check. And it's because it's the sociopaths that are out there. Who is going to Kenosha with guns even, and chasing down people, burning people's cars, burning people's businesses, threatening to burn people's homes, assaulting random people? They're not doing that for civil rights. They're not doing that in the honor. They're hurting civil rights for what they're doing. It's sociopaths who've been given a political permission slip by the Antifa methodology, and the key has been Democratic politicians giving it a political permission slip more broader. Like, if you want to trace the history of Klan violence, don't follow the Klan. Follow the history of the White Citizens Commission, the White Citizens Council, and similar kind of groups. Because of when powerful people said, hey, go out there and do it, then all of a sudden the violence surged. As soon as they said, no, okay, no more political permission slip, violence would drop off the line. So that's the cue to it. Even though it's sociopaths committing the violence, that explains why they're committing the violence. The reason why the violence occurs at the rate it does is the political permission slip from political actors. And the Democrats sending that message loud and clear now for months. Really, it started back in 2016 when they greenlit violence against the Trump campaign, beginning in Chicago in March of 2016, continued to San Diego and California. Harmeet Dillon brought a great case going to that earlier claim. When can you sue when the police are basically doing stand down? Well, she's trying to establish those legal rights. I think her group is called Center for Liberty. She's created a good 501c entity that she went through all the process to get approved to provide general ACLU type support. It's not legal to fund defense fund specific. She's doing great work in this context. She's trying to establish the constitutional right in the San Jose case so that when they do a stand down or when they send people into the
I know.
the city can be held liable. There are ways to do it, so very tough and tricky. But the political permission slip told the sociopaths to attack Kyle Rittenhouse, and they had criminal history, child abuse in one case, domestic abuse in another case, assault in another case. One of them had a gun and admitted later he planned on emptying his magazine into Kyle, but for Kyle shooting him in the arm. And so there's no doubt when you look at the facts, they were chasing him. They were firing guns in the air to make it sound like someone was shooting right at him. They were screaming, get him. They were screaming, beat him. They were screaming other things. Some apparently tapes of kill him was on there. And the 2 people who died, both of them grabbed his gun and were trying to get his gun away from him. By the way, when you grab somebody else's gun, you're no longer unarmed. So when the media is saying, oh, the person's unarmed, you grab somebody's gun, that's considered under the law usually you being armed. Because you have as much ability for something bad to happen with that dangerous weapon as the person you're trying to take it from. So the net effect of it is that he killed and shot criminals. That's who he did. The people that really are dregs on society. Would I prefer none of that to happen? Absolutely. But it happened because of what BLM put in motion, what the Democrats put in motion, what the media put in motion, what the politicians put in motion.
Guess he got that. Guess he got that. This would actually not be bad.
Where for years the state of Wisconsin put sex abuse in charge of children who were in state custody, and they raped and assaulted these kids for years.
Double. No. There we go.
And it's just going.
One machine.
And he's gonna grandstand about
Okay, so,
guys are fraud.
So the fact they wouldn't even
Guess he got
offer
that.
to that kid's family is just
Got that.
outrageous in the case that I have. So that I come at this from a knowledgeable perspective.
I'm a disco.
Some of our
I'm a
police
disco.
are
I'm
the prosecutor in Kenosha is bad.
not me.
There are people that have politicized the prosecutorial process that is deeply problematic. The people of Wisconsin can't handle a good jury is likely to acquit
I'm alive.
across the board.
There's
And
only a few other people.
quickly, they should look at recall efforts against the prosecutor for this is his second bogus prosecution.
No, no, no.
Is overcharged in the case?
He shouldn't be charged at all, period. So it's absurd that he's facing any criminal prosecution of any kind. 17-year-old kid, working class background. And the mistake they made is they thought the fake narrative would work. People would demonize him. No one would come to his defense. Pretend that this was another Charlottesville and it had nothing to do with Charlottesville. When he's going to have a broad defense. I mean, whoever ends up defending him. However, there's going to be people helping out.
Of course.
I don't know if I'll ever be part of the case, but I'm going to help him out no matter what and what I can do in the court of public opinion. I know lots of other good lawyers. This guy called, I think it's Shipwreck Cruise, what he goes by on Twitter. An excellent lawyer. He's volunteered. He's Kurt Schlichter, another excellent lawyer. So there's great, excellent lawyers. Lynn Wood, to help in whatever way he could. So there's plenty of excellent lawyers out there that have said they're going to do something to help in any way they can. Rittenhouse will have a competent, capable defense at some juncture by some point, however that's done. And they made a mistake by bringing it. And if they're smart, and I've dealt with a lot of people in Wisconsin. Usually, if you bring the right political ammo up front, they drop bad cases. And that's what they should do here. Just later say, hey, we were just trying to keep everybody calm and not have any more people show up with guns. And yes, we now realize based on the full factual record that. But they did a lot of misleading statements in the criminal complaint, which is why you have higher risk of fraud.
Do you, so he has a criminal complaint, does he need to get indicted? Because I don't think any chance of the grand jury refuses to indict, but there's already a criminal complaint filed. Do they still need a grand jury indictment?
No, they can go forward without the grand jury indictment in all likelihood. I'd have to double check that, certainly.
Come on.
Some of the charges would require that, but the nature of it is that I think they will ultimately drop the charges if they realize that people they respect were coming in for the defense. They would back down. And there's plenty of good lawyers I know in Wisconsin who would be happy to get it done.
And the collective knowledge of the internet, because you see within 48 hours of the internet knowledge coming together. 4chan alleges to have identified the shooter in yesterday's murder.
Well, the New York Times does a breakdown of the digital analysis division of the Rittenhouse case, and they show just how much it was self-defense. You don't have a case anymore if you're the prosecutor. So, because that's the New York Times. So, that's a publication that's usually on your side in this kind of case. And the media people that are still pushing the fake narrative about this kid, they're full of it. Now, people have asked about libel suits. It's hard to bring libel suits when the criminal charges happen because the person that's liable can just say, oh, you were criminally charged. That was my factual basis to say what I said. It's also very tough to sue for things like white supremacists, but any label racist they call an opinion that's very difficult to. And again, the only person who's going to be allowed to sue for their opinions is Alex Jones, and no one else is. And no one can sue for their opinions.
Well, especially, and in a case like this where you're dealing with calling him a murderer versus self-defense is qualification of the act. The act itself is resulting in 2 people getting killed. So and even if it's murder, it can still be self-defense murder versus.
Yes, exactly. It'll be tough to have a clean libel suit. The first objective has to be vindicate the kid, get him to drop the charges, show them that it's a crazy bogus prosecution, bring maximum pressure to expose that,
And bring back the police to the street to patrol. Yes. Don't force citizens to walk the street carrying guns to protect businesses from this. If someone posted something, and I think I responded to it, but it's like, when you embolden the types like McCloskey, this is what you get. Like, no, when you defund the police, you get people like McCloskey picking up arms to defend their house, and when you run up police in the streets, you get people doing things that they shouldn't have to do in a society of law and order, and it spirals out of control necessarily. When people have guns and it's dark and it's night and people have guns, it escalates. The way it doesn't escalate is just to have some semblance of law and order.
I mean, basically the pitch the media's made is that those business owners are supposed to just sit there and watch their live stream go up in smoke every time.
Yeah.
And because Kyle Rittenhouse was there, the two businesses that he was involved in protecting, that didn't happen to. So why are people supposed to let their businesses and their life dreams go up in smoke because the lefties want to weaponize the mob? I mean, this goes back to French Revolution tactics. French Revolution was the first to really effectively weaponize the mob, and we saw how that turned out.
So you weaponize the mob, you de-weaponize the hoi polloi. And what do you think's going to happen? It's not a question of blaming or ignoring. What do you think is going to happen? You don't have to be a rocket scientist, sociologist to know that this is the way it works.
Exactly. I mean, this is John Wayne's America. This is not some wuss version of America. So people are going to defend themselves, protect themselves at the time. And I don't blame any of them for doing so. I would prefer nobody to get into a confrontation ever. This is a country that celebrated Leonard Skinner, which their favorite thing to do after a concert was to just go to the bar and get into a brawl down there. So that's the kind of country we live in. So we don't live in a country of people who are afraid to
Come on.
protect themselves. And even though that's what people want, they want to provide, they want conflict, that they want someone they can portray as fascistic in order to procure their revolutionary outcome. They honestly believe in the curve, by the way. The ideological types, a lot of the street people are just criminals looking for any political permission slip to act on their psychopathology. But the political types at the top of BLM, there's a lot of good people involved in BLM, just who are concerned, who bought into the flood fake narrative in some cases, and other circumstances have legitimate concerns. My brother-in-law was involved in a case here in Vegas where he was
No.
for racist reasons by racist rogue cops. So they exist, not pseudo-bunch of it. So don't have a problem saying so. But that's not what's happening in many of these cases, that they're deliberately choosing for politicized, weaponized purposes. But it gets us to the Insurrection Act and whether should time to invoke it.
Before you do that, let me just do one thing. Kyle Rittenhouse was taken, this is archiver. Kyle Rittenhouse was taken down by GoFundMe. While GoFundMe still has it up for Anthony Shooter's family, one of the killed, is still up. I've mangled that super chat.
Playing this.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Now I took.
I don't believe it was Kyle himself that set that up. So I think two things there. I know people are concerned that GoFundMe will not allow a fundraiser for Kyle Rittenhouse. I have not. Yeah, I think the ones they've been taking down because they were given notifications that it was not authorized by Rittenhouse or anyone or any legal team on his behalf. So I think that's why those got taken down. I believe, like if Ezra set one up, I don't believe it would be taken down. Or put it this way, that'd be a good way. If Ezra puts one up, and we do take it down,
Die.
So
Eat your soup.
I think it will still be protected. There's also I know that formed one, I think, raised over 200,000 legal defense fees because there's like a religious version of GoFundMe, religious causes. I know there's another one, but all I'm saying about those people is, unless you plan on giving all of the money to the Rittenhouse family, when you're not like a recognized independent ACLU type legal entity that's already established, you're running into risk. So it's just be careful. We'll look at what happened to build the wall. You could have the best intentions in the world, and somebody could criminalize something that you said or did when you didn't mean for that to be done that way. So just everybody be careful out there. My advice is encourage